Good YouTube, this your boy Lang, man, and I'm back here with another reaction video, sliming right now. I'm about to react to the murder of Elizabeth OLTEN, discovered by diary entry, you feel me? And before I get started, you feel me, y'all make sure to hit that sub button if y'all new over here, you feel me? Because I know a lot of y'all, you feel me, y'all be coming over here, and you feel me, like, don't be hitting the sub button, so hit that sub button. You feel me? If y'all new over here, you feel me? And you already know, I appreciate all the support and the love, you feel me? We just gonna keep it going, you feel me, over here, you feel me? And you already know, with these videos right here, you already know these are like my favorite type of reactions to do, you feel me? Because me, I always tell y'all, like, y'all, a lot of you guys know me for the music reactions, you feel me? And a lot of y'all like be sleeping on the forensic videos that I be doing or the funny videos that I be doing. So like, y'all make sure to check those out, you feel me? Because honestly, like, to me, those are dope too, you feel me? So y'all make sure to check them out. And this one right here, y'all been hitting me to react to for a minute, you feel me? Like, y'all was like, this story right here is like crazy, you feel me? And I can't wait, you feel me? Like, I've been waiting to do this for a minute, you feel me? And you already know, bro. I know a lot of y'all be getting on me in the comments because y'all be like, Lane, bro, like, bro, why you be feeling like, why you be looking like kind of tired, and you feel me? Like, bro, look, it's I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's almost 6:30 in the morning, basically, bro. Like, so, bro, don't, bro, leave me alone. You feel me? Like, I just got home and I had to do these videos. You feel me? Because that's what I do. Anyway, let's get into this reaction video. You feel me? Like I said, y'all been hitting me to do this, and y'all told me the story was going to be crazy, so we about to get into this. Like I said, y'all make sure to hit that sub button if y'all new over here, and let's get into this thing, slime. Let's go.
Luckily, Elizabeth did have her mobile phone on her, so that meant... Who is burning my house down?
Her smoke alarm went off.
It's gonna be a long video. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sky Webb, and I'm here to talk about a true crime story that I cannot get off my mind. But before I get started, I just want to put out a little disclaimer that I mean no harm to any of the victims or the victims' families, and I wish everyone who was hurt within this story that most peace and solace, either in rest or in recovery. With that out of the way, happy True Crime Thursday. I'm actually so excited to be doing this case today because it was actually suggested in the comments by a subscriber. So I'm like over the moon to be doing this case because I hadn't heard of it up until it was suggested, and now that I have heard of it, I'm like, holy fucking shit, it's insane, and I can't believe I hadn't heard of it. So now if you guys get to hear of it because of that, like, that's awesome. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. If anyone else has any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below because I would love to look into them. It's really fun for me, at least. Before I jump into it though, I do need to put out a tiny little disclaimer that this case can be really distressing and quite vicious, and it does involve the murder of a child. So if that's something you're not really comfortable with, make sure you don't watch. Today's case...
Oh no, Sky, we here for it. You feel me, Dad? We here for it. We here for it. You ain't gotta worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Me and my homies and the homegirls, we here for it. You feel me? Let's get it.
Is the murder of Elizabeth OLTEN. Elizabeth OLTEN was born in the year 2000, making her only 9 years old at the time of her murder, which is just horrific. And she was the youngest of 3 kids. She lived with her mum, her brother, and her sister, and they lived in St. Martin's in Missouri. A week before Halloween, on the 21st of October 2009, her and her family were doing what they always did on a Wednesday arvo. Basically, her brother was just running around, like running amok like young boys do. Her sister was just hanging out. Her mum was getting ready to prepare dinner. And Elizabeth was actually learning lines for a school play. She had a part in a school play, and when she was trying to rehearse the lines. She was super, super excited about this play, about her role in it, and she was bugging her brother, trying to get him to help her rehearse, but he didn't really want anything to do with it because, like, he wanted to play instead. And then came a knock at the door, and it was a 6-year-old girl called Emma, and they knew who Emma was. She lived not across the road, but like there was a forest, and then she lived across the forest, so close by, nearby. And she was knocking on the door because she wanted to see if Elizabeth could come out and play. But Elizabeth's mum said, "No, I'm sorry, but I'm about to make dinner. She needs to be home for dinner." And the girls did what most young girls did and begged and pleaded and chucked a bit of a tanny until she gave in and said, "Okay, you can go play."
So you wait. So you telling me old girl's mom, Elizabeth's mom, said no to like her friend or whoever was trying to, you feel me? Her friend that was trying to, you know what I'm saying, tell her to come outside. Her mom tells her no. And you telling me she begs the girl's mom, and then bro, I ain't trying to be, you feel me, on no color side, but you know this is not no black stuff, bro. Like, no, cause look, I grew up where, look, you feel me, when I was a kid, I grew up where, look, if my grandparents said said no, bro, that means no. Ain't no oh bro, ain't no giving in, bro. She gonna tell bro, listen, she gonna tell the homies that's trying to come tell, like, get me or something, especially if I'm like super young, like 9, 8 years old, bro. Ain't no way, you feel me? Like, that's no mean no, you feel me? They gonna be like, he'll see you, he'll catch you tomorrow. That's what they'll say, you feel me? Rest in peace to my grandpa, but I know that's what he would say. No way, bro. This already, to me, this already is going to be bad. You feel me? Like, the mom is gullible, it seems like, cause that's what old girl just said. I'm not, look, bro. That's why I tell y'all, bro. If you got kids, watch your kids, dude. I don't care if it's their homegirl, homie, especially if they young, like 8, 9 years old, and you say no, bro. Don't let they friend or them like beg you into doing something. You feel me? Like, nah, don't be gullible. Lay down the rule.
But she said that they could only play for an hour and she needs to be home by 6, ready for dinner. And both the girls agreed to be home by dinner time, and she actually wasn't worried about Elizabeth at all because the poor little thing was actually afraid of the dark. So she knew the minute the streetlights turned on and it started to get dark, Elizabeth would be running home because she didn't want to be out where the darkness could get her. Unfortunately, when 6 o'clock actually rolled around, Elizabeth still wasn't home. So her mum went over to Emma's house, the girl who she was playing with, and she looked for her there, and she wasn't at Emma's house either. But the thing that alarmed Elizabeth's mum, whose name was Patty, by the way, I don't think I've mentioned that yet, Patty was alarmed because when she went to Emma's house looking for Elizabeth, it was actually Emma's grandmother who said she hasn't been here at all. She never came over to play. So Patty called the police immediately after that point, and they arrived in 15 minutes, which is a pretty good time. The police searched Emma's house, but obviously the grandmother had already said, like, she was never there, so they didn't find anything there, and then they started searching the neighboring areas. And by 10 p.m., there was a lot of people searching. A lot of the neighbors had begun searching. A lot of the community had begun searching because this was a 9-year-old girl missing. Like, that's scary. So there was hundreds of people searching for Elizabeth. And at first, the police told Patty that there was no signs of foul play and that it was most likely that Elizabeth had just wandered off. But Patty was like, are you fucking serious? She's a 9-year-old girl. 9-year-old girls don't just vanish. If she had wandered off, she would have been found. Like, it didn't really make sense to Patty that there was no foul play involved.
She didn't just vanish. She's 9 years old.
Luckily, Elizabeth did have her phone on her though, and obviously all the phone calls that her mum was making to her and everyone else was calling her, none of those were getting picked up, but they were going to message banks. So this meant that her phone was turned on. No one had switched it off, which was, some people thought was a good sign. It also meant that the police could potentially use a ping to try and track her. And that's what they did. They contacted the phone company and ordered an emergency ping. So this means they send out signals from the phone to the nearest phone towers, which basically allows them to zero in on the phone's location. So it's been...
Basically what she's trying to say, a pin is basically listen, a pin is basically where the police, you feel me, say if we homies, right? And say if you or me, you feel me, go missing, right? You feel me? And if one of us got a phone of a phone or whatever on us, you feel me? The police could ping the phone to whatever location that you was last at, you feel me? So they could know, and they could have a sense of where you at, you feel me, where the last place you were. Or wherever you were at, you feel me, if you have a phone. You feel me? Basically, that's what a pin is, bro. Ping, whatever you want to call it.
In a lot of different cases where it actually really helps find where someone is or find where someone last was type of thing. So they did an emergency ping. They were able to locate the phone to basically the middle of the forest in between the two houses.
Right.
And that sounds like a win. They know where the phone is, they know the area. But these woods were pretty large, fairly large. They were quite wide. And so that meant a lot of ground needed to be searched. The woods were big and they were thick, and that meant you needed a lot of manpower to actually get through that much area. So it wasn't until the next day when things really started to set into motion. They started sending out missing persons posters and information to the nearby police stations in nearby areas, and then the FBI actually got involved. They were actively involved in the case. So by Thursday, the very next day, they ended up having a third of the town actually involved in the search for Elizabeth. There was friends, families, neighbors, teachers, community workers. Everyone and their dog was searching for Elizabeth. Everyone wanted to find this poor 9-year-old girl. She's completely innocent and her family's freaking out. Everyone wanted to help find her. They put out checkpoints at all of the exits and entries into the town, and they checked every single person that was coming and going out of the town. They checked sex offenders list to make sure there was no one nearby that could potentially have anything to do with it, and if there was, they would question them. And they even had planes flying by to check out the area to see if there was anything remotely suspicious that they could see from up there. They did absolutely everything that you could hope for when someone goes missing, and this makes me feel so good that they put so much effort into this missing persons case, because so many cases that you look at, that you hear about, that I talk about, have just shitty police work where nobody gave a fuck. No one gives a fuck about missing people.
Hey, I like her. Hey, I like what her name is. I like her. I like her. Ski. I like you. You feel me? Because number one, how she can explain the stories, bro. Like she's a good narrator. You feel me? And number two, she's right. You feel me? I tell y'all all the time in almost every reaction I do. You feel me? Police and all that, to me. So you got a lot of police, bro. They police for no reason. A lot of them, y'all know how I feel about. I don't like police. To me, police will never solve my justice at all. You feel me? And a lot of cases, bro, that police should be honestly worried about. Like she said, the missing people and all that, bro. A lot of it will go under the rug. It will. Because, bro, these police can say they care and all that, bro, but deep, they don't care. Only a little bit. You got a little bit of them that actually care, but you got the higher percentage of them don't really give about nobody. And that's the truth, bro. You feel me?
A lot of the time, there's been so many cases where I'm like, why the fuck? You were this close and you just didn't put in the effort, whereas this case, like, it fills me with so much hope. They put so much work and effort and, like, spirit into this case, and it just makes me happy that they did that. I'm happy to report that. They put out more helicopters to survey the area. They put out sniffer dogs to see if they could pick up anything. They sent out dive teams even into ponds to see if there was anything in there that had any relation. But by Thursday afternoon, no one had found her. So at this point, the detectives decided that they needed to focus all of the attention onto their literally only witness, which was 6-year-old Emma. So they interviewed Emma, and Emma said that they played for a little bit, they played dolls, and then Elizabeth went home. She walked home. And that was the story that she originally told investigators, and that's something she stuck with for a minute. And then her story started to change a little bit. So now she said that her and Elizabeth played for about an hour, and then she got stuck in some thorn bushes and she freaked out. She was covered in thorns and it was hurting. And basically Elizabeth couldn't really help her. They couldn't get out and she just freaked out. So she started calling her older sister and trying to get her to help her. She called out to a sister called Alyssa Bustamante. Alyssa Bustamante was Emma's half-sister and she was 15 years old at the time. So the detectives decided that they would question Alyssa, and as soon as they did, they basically said she was really calm, she was forthcoming, she admitted that she skipped school on the Thursday, the day after Elizabeth went missing. She said that she did that because she knew a girl was missing, she didn't really know much about it, but she just had the day of school, and they thought she was just a really nice, forthcoming, honest girl.
She should not be considered a suspect.
She couldn't be a suspect. There's no way she's a suspect. Let's move on. So as Alyssa's questioning began over in the woods, a big group of volunteers came across this big hole in the ground, this big dirt hole, and they said that it actually looked like a grave of some kind, like a homemade grave. So they alerted the right people and an investigative team came to survey this hole. So as they begin to check out this big hole, the FBI agents that were with Alyssa decide that they'll bring her over and sort of show her the scene, see if she has anything to say about it, and as they arrive and start looking at it, one of the investigative team members hears Alyssa say, "Oh yeah, I dug that." And so he comes over and says, "Why would you dig this hole?" And she just said, "Oh, well, I like to dig sometimes, and sometimes when I find dead animals, I'll bury them." So at this point, the FBI and all of the officials involved in this case are starting to get a little bit anxious.
Yeah, that's a like what? What you? I would have been like, what you mean you like digging? What? That's a red flag off top. You feel me? Like what do you? Huh?
It's nearing the 48-hour mark, and that means that there's less chance of finding Elizabeth, and if they do find her, there's less chance of finding her alive. So they're really, really getting anxious about the outcome of this case. So at this point, they obtained a warrant to actually search Emma and Alyssa's house because they're running out of ideas. They're running out of things to do in order to find Elizabeth or to find a lead. And what they found in this house was pretty shocking, and they definitely were not expecting it. Let's just say that much. In Alyssa's room, they found that she had written some pretty bizarre messages all over her walls. Some were in black Sharpie and some were in red, which appeared to be blood. Real blood. She had written in one corner of her room a little poem about self-harming herself, about cutting herself, and she said that she cuts herself because she likes to see blood, and there was blood smeared across the bottom of the poem. There were also drawings on the walls. One in particular, quite a bizarre drawing, was of this creepy looking figure with like lines across it, and beside the figure it said Emma. So
oh yeah, old girl Alyssa was she was one of those in the head, you feel me? And y'all know what I mean by saying one of those. That means she was crazy and sadistic in the head, you feel me? Like, to me, I don't understand how people could do this to, like, kids, bro. Like, that's what makes me so mad, because it's like, bro, y'all doing this to kids, like, for no reason, just for y'all own enjoyment most of the time. Because if y'all seen because most of y'all, like, you feel me, y'all know, if y'all new on the channel, y'all probably don't know, but like I said, that's why you gotta check out the forensic reactions, you feel me. I got a playlist for it, you feel me, so go check them out. But and in almost every forensic reaction I do, I always say, like, to me, if you out here killing for no reason, and especially with kids, bro, and you find it cool to do, you feel me, like, you really got a problem with yourself, you feel me. Like, you shouldn't, bro, do that to yourself. Don't be killing kids and all that. To me, if you kill a kid, I can't say it because YouTube, but y'all know what I mean. To me, they get no sympathy. Old girl Lissa, you get no sympathy from me. You a weirdo, and you were sadistic in the head. And I don't. And to me, this all could have been prevented if the mom would have just said no and would have just stuck to her word. Like, she should have not have been so gullible to no kid, bro. It's a kid. Feel me? I'm not just. What? Yeah.
It's supposed to be Emma, this creepy figure with lines and slashes, and it was supposed to be Emma, which is like, what the fuck? And get me the fuck out of it. Can you imagine being that poor FBI agent who's seen this shit from a 15-year-old girl, and you see a 6-year-old girl drawn as a creepy, get out. That's the point where you run in a horror game, or a horror movie. I don't know why I said game, I don't even play games. You get my point. Then the FBI agent sees something else, something even more shocking, if you can believe that. She finds a journal that has a lot of writing from Alyssa in it. So there is a number of really creepy, disturbing entries in this journal, but the last entry is the most important. It was dated Wednesday, October 21st, the day that Elizabeth had gone missing. The only problem is that she had scribbled all over the writing, all over the entry from that day. So all that was really legible that you could read was the very last sentence, which said, well, now I need to go to church, lol. So Alyssa was brought in for a formal interrogation at this point at the FBI headquarters. And at this point, they had actually examined the journal under backlighting, so they had made out a little bit more of what the entry said. Although that little bit more was actually only 2 words, and those words were slit and throat. Slit, throat, now I need to go to church, lol. Pleasant. So the surgeon actually took his time. He took a fair amount of time interviewing and interrogating Alyssa, and he used a number of different interrogation techniques to try and get some truth out of her. And he was taking this very, very serious. Like, obviously they're taking it seriously, it's the FBI, but just the level of seriousness is slightly higher than most interrogations to begin with, because normally it's with, like, a police officer. So this was full on. He tried really hard to make Alyssa feel uncomfortable, and he would leave really long silences to try and make her feel some type of way. So Alyssa had her grandmother with her and a juvenile officer with her as well to support her, but as soon as he brought out the diary, he could see that Alyssa had cracked. Now she told the sergeant that all 3 girls were walking in the woods when Elizabeth fell, and she hit her head and suddenly died from hitting her head. So in response, he simply asked Alyssa, was Elizabeth's throat cut? He started to explain to her that whatever was in that book would be recovered. He explained that they were going to find Elizabeth's body, and that once they did, they would do an autopsy. And he explained what an autopsy is and how it works. And once you do an autopsy, he will see whether or not her throat was slit. He will see exactly how she died, and he will have all of this information. And he promised her, we will find her body. So at that point, Alyssa answered yes, her throat was slit. The poor fucking grandma, dude, like, she's so lucky that her grandma didn't just have a heart attack and kill her too, because she lost it. She broke down crying and she had to leave the room. Like, she couldn't handle that. That's just, oh, so wrong. So Alyssa explained that on Wednesday afternoon, she told her sister Emma to go and collect Elizabeth and tell her that, you know, come over and play. But when both girls got back to Alyssa, Alyssa told Emma, go back to the house, go back inside, I'm gonna play with Elizabeth. So Alyssa held Elizabeth's hand and they walked hand in hand into the woods for 15 minutes. They walked through the woods, getting further and further away from home and safety. And the whole time, Alyssa just kept telling Elizabeth, it's okay, I've got something to show you, I've got something to show you, I really need to show you this thing, like, I've got something to show you. If someone leads you into the woods and they tell you they've got something to show you, run. I've done so many cases where someone's like, oh, I've got to show you. Run. They don't have to show you anything. They have to show you death.
Or just be like, bro, get away. Like, bro, listen, I didn't have that happen to me too when I was a kid, growing up. People, you be like, bro, get your goofy on. Get your, like, no, bro. Like, nah. Like, my grandpa always instilled, bro, if you don't know them people, don't mess with them people. Don't accept nothing. Don't even look like, nah. You feel me? And if they keep doing it, bro, then you either be like, bro, what you want? You feel me? Like, what you looking at? Or either just, like, fire off on them. Like, instantly. Because, bro, what you mean? You don't got, like, I don't even know you. Like, I don't even care, like, see, this is what I mean. I don't care even if I know the person, bro. If I don't know that person's, like, I don't care if I know that person's whole family, bro. Like, I don't know you like that. You feel me? Like, nah. Especially, to me, this all could have been prevented if the mom would have just said no in the first place. That's just me. Y'all can say what y'all, oh, Lane, you tripping, bro, in the comments. Y'all can say all that in the comments, but I stand on what I stand on, you feel me? Period. This all could have been prevented if the mom would have just told old girl no, you feel me? She has to stay in the house because I'm about to cook dinner, and that's what it is. Period. Bottom line. She should not have been gullible to no kid. No. That's just me.
Is what they're trying to show you. Run. Okay? Thank you. Alyssa had already dug a grave out in the woods for Elizabeth, and she was armed with a kitchen knife. She was ready to kill her. Once they arrived to the dug out grave, the hole that she had prepared, she started to strangle Elizabeth. She strangled her on and off, and then she started stabbing her. She stabbed her 6 times, and then she slit her throat and buried her. That poor fucking girl, like, that breaks my heart. No 9-year-old girl should ever, no 9-year-old human, no any human should ever have to go through anything like that. Like, that's so full on. After her confession, she agreed to take the FBI, the investigators, out to the grave where Elizabeth's body was. And when they arrived, it was pretty clear to see that the grave was freshly dug. It hadn't really been covered very well, and so it looked really amateurish, I guess. The grave was also pretty shallow, and so they could actually see body parts sticking out of the grave. And then they did an autopsy, and Elizabeth's autopsy matched Alyssa's story, which is horrible, but at least it matched. They knew that was what happened. They were telling the truth. From here, they decided to re-examine the diary entry, and this time they used a blue light, and they were finally able to reveal what the diary entry said. Just fair warning, it's gonna piss you off. It said, I just fucking killed someone. I strangled them. I strangled them and slit their throat and stabbed them. It was amazing. It was pretty enjoyable. I gotta go to church now. Lol.
Wow.
What a putrid, twisted, sick fucking motherfucker. That's horrible. How are you gonna say that about a fucking innocent 9-year-old?
Yeah.
The worst thing is, though, is that there was actually warning signs. Like, loads of them. She had a long history of mental health issues, especially when it came to self-harming. She had a long history of cutting and hurting herself, and she talked about it a lot because she enjoyed it. So she told everyone around her how much she enjoyed that. She had been suicidal in the past. She had tried to kill herself on multiple occasions. And on one of those occasions, she also talked about killing other people and said that that's something she would like to try one day. She had written about wanting to kill people and even listed on her YouTube that one of her interests she listed as enjoying killing people. Not to mention all the creepy shit on her walls, which her grandma and anyone else could have seen. On her 15th birthday, she was talking to one of her friends. It's not like she didn't have friends. She had friends. She was talking to one of her friends and said, I wonder what it would be like to kill someone. I wonder what it would be like to kill someone and see their life drain out of them. I wonder what that power would feel like to take that away.
See, and then I would have been like, bro, what's wrong with you? Get away from me instantly. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, you need some help. Like, I would have been hit that Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Like, what? That didn't worry your friend in the least? Not enough to, like, go home and say, hey, Mom, you know my friend, she said this. Is that normal? Like, what? Why didn't you sound the alarm? Why didn't any of these people in her life sound the alarm? Why didn't her grandma say, hey, I need some help? She's writing weird shit on the wall. Why didn't any of her friends that she talked about cutting herself say, hey, miss, teacher, person, my friend needs, like, why? This was a horrific murder and it was clearly premeditated. She already dug the grave. She already had this plan. She made Emma go and get her. Like, it was so premeditated and so planned, and it just... Because of this, despite being only 15 years old, it was so fucking premeditated. She was eligible for a first-degree murder charge. So she was charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action due to using the knife. The fucking insane thing, though, is that her defense filed a motion to have her confession thrown out due to her being underage.
Wow.
They claimed that some of the interrogation questions were inappropriate because she was underage, even though she had...
Bro, that's called favoritism, bro, because I'm not trying to pull the race card, but bro, it's because she wasn't black or none or the races that, you know what I'm saying, that they don't like. You feel me? Like, if she were a color like me, you feel me? Bro, you're getting life, bro. They don't care if you're a kid, bro. They're charging you as an adult, no parole. You're getting death row, actually. You, first of all, it's premeditated, and number one, and number two, they not gonna look at you as no kid, none of that. They gonna look at you, bro. You did that, you feel me, and you knew what you were doing. What are you talking about? And even though you confess, yeah, that's cool and all, but bro, you still did it. Like, come on, bro. We all know what that is. Let's be real. It's the system, bro. Like, they gave slap on the wrist because of y'all know what. You feel me? Let's be real. Let's be honest here. Because if it was a person like me or somebody darker than me, or like, come on, man. We not getting no pass, bro. We getting thrown in prison for murder. They don't care what age you are. What do you mean? I don't get that, bro.
Guardian and a social worker there with her. And it's not illegal everywhere to ask those questions, only in that state. Only in that state. The judge agreed, and they fucking threw out her entire confession. The law is a seriously fucked up place sometimes. Yeah. She led you to the body. She has a written confession in a diary. She's made a confession. But it gets thrown out. On top of that, the state that she was in was just about to pass a new law saying that life sentences with no possibility of parole is unconstitutional for minors. So this meant her first-degree murder charge would get all fucked around if this got passed. Like, this was about to get passed and it would just be all fucked, basically. Because of that, they didn't want to be going back and forth. They didn't want to be up and down and, like, It just wouldn't have been worth it, so they offered her a plea deal. So they lowered her sentence to second-degree murder and armed criminal action. And she accepted it. So in January 2012, Alyssa Bustamante was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of conditional release. And poor Patty was not happy with this result at all. She wanted her locked away in prison for the rest of her life. No ifs and no...
Bro, who would be? What do you mean, bro? First of all, she planned to kill that old little girl. You feel me? Then she goes to jail, and then you telling me she got away with killing her kid, bro. This is why I said, bro, the justice system does nothing for people certain times. For me, it never will do me no good. No. How can somebody, again, it's because it's the favoritism thing. I don't care what none of y'all say. You can't sit and tell me that, you feel me, a person like me, bro, they giving us life with what? You not getting no parole ever. What are you talking about? Especially you like, bro, you plan to kill. What? I don't get this, bro. Of course, any parent would, but again, this all goes back to the mom. You feel me? She should have never been gullible to old girl. No, she should have said no. She's staying in the house. What? This could have all been prevented, if you ask me. You feel me? So, if y'all got kids, bro, watch y'all kids, bro, and don't be gullible to their friends. You feel me? If you got house rules, bro, especially if they young, like how they were, you feel me? 6 and like old girl was 9. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. She gonna have to stay in the house. What? Don't be gullible, cause you cannot trust nobody with your kids. Nobody. Period.
But there was a but. And she wanted her to be stuck with the first-degree murder charge because at the end of the day, that's what it was. It was completely premeditated. It was completely first-degree murder. And it sucks that just because she was 15, she got second degree when her age obviously didn't affect the crime. She still fucking died. She still lost her fucking daughter. So from her point of view, it was just completely unfair. She also absolutely was gutted by Alyssa's apology because her and obviously her other 2 kids could all agree that it was just being fed to her by her lawyers, and she didn't mean it at all. There was not a single drop of sincerity in the entire thing, and that just gutted them, that they felt like she was getting away with it when she was bullshitting to everyone. Elizabeth's grandmother was actually at the sentencing as well, and she was obviously gutted by the outcome. She actually became so overwhelmed with emotion that she started screaming out from her wheelchair about how wrong it was. She said, "I think Alyssa should get out of prison the same time Elizabeth gets out of her grave and starts walking around." And that's just fucking heartbreaking. So Patty actually went on to sue the mental facility that Alyssa spent time at after her suicide attempt. And she alleged that there was a number of carers and workers there who did know about Alyssa's want to hurt people or her fascination about hurting people. They were quite aware of her violent tendencies, at least that's what she alleged, and so she thought that that was getting justice. She even alleged that one or more of the workers knew specifically about her want to hurt Elizabeth. But the staff and the mental facility obviously maintained that they were unaware of all those things, and they said that the only thing that they were aware of was her urge to hurt herself, which is not making her a danger to others. Patty also went on to sue Alyssa's grandparents, who were living with her at the time. They were the carers for both Emma and Alyssa, and that was a wrongful death suit, as well as the mental facility was a wrongful death suit as well. She sued them for essentially the same reason, not reporting Alyssa, not reporting that she had all these crazy writings on her walls and that she was doing all these things, that she was hurting herself, that she wanted to hurt others. She sued them for not reporting her really violent tendencies. I believe Patty was awarded $400,000 for that one, but I'm not entirely sure. I couldn't find a lot of credible sources, so if you want to go look into it, please do. Patty also filed a wrongful death suit against Alyssa Bustamante herself, and that was actually settled with Alyssa being ordered to pay back $5 million for the death of her daughter. And she's also to report to Patty's lawyers if she was to make any sort of income from any press or any interviews, like that type of stuff. She has to report that back to Patty's lawyers so that they can take a percentage out of it or discuss it. So that's the Elizabeth Olten case. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one and found it interesting, because I really fucking did. This case is like too much for me. It's insane. Thank you so much to the person who suggested it. Like, this was such a good suggestion. I can't get over it. Please let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments down below. I'd really love to know what you think about all of the lawsuits involved. Do you think Patty was right for going after all these different people for a wrongful death suit, or do you think that that was too far or not right? Or just let me know what you think about that one. Also, let me know what you think about Alyssa herself, especially maybe about the drawings on her walls and her poems written in blood and those kind of things. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, or you can head over to my Facebook, which is Skyweb with 3 B's, and let me know there. I would absolutely love to hear what you have to say about this one. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you feel like it. I would really appreciate it, and be sure to subscribe to the see all my new videos. I post every single Thursday all about true crime, and I would love to have you be a part of it. Make sure you guys are being safe out there. Don't go out with your friends to play. Don't hang out with your friends' older siblings, because they're all crazy. And most importantly, if someone leads you into the woods and tells you they have something to show you, fucking run, bitch, run. Thank you guys so much for...
And I'm gonna end it right there, man. Shout out to Sky, you feel me? Y'all make sure to go check her out, you feel me? Because I thought the video was over when, you feel me? So that's why, like, I paused it. It was about to end it the first time. But anyway, man, I know this is probably the longest reaction that I'll probably ever do, you feel me? Most likely, but it is what it is. But, you feel me? Like I said, you feel me? Y'all make sure to check out, obviously, the music reactions cracking over here. And make sure to check out the forensic ones like these, you feel me? And the funny ones, like, y'all check me out, you feel me? Like, check them out, you feel me? And like she said, you feel me? Y'all stay safe, you feel me? I tell y'all that in every reaction, you feel me? Because I really mean that, bro. Because we got people in this world that are just weirdos, you feel me? So y'all stay safe, you feel me? I love y'all. And man, bro, this was very interesting story. Like, this is why I'm glad I do forensic videos, because you hear the most craziest stories, you feel me? But anyways, like I said, I love y'all, especially to the people that watched it all the way to the end, you feel me? And I'm gonna holler at y'all next time, you feel me? One.